Hello everyone, and welcome to Sweet Dreams. This is a game where you've had to train and potentially dream while you're at it. Oh, it has controller support for some reason. Not gonna use it, but that's nice. I'm pooped. Can't wait to just collapse in a nice comfy bed. You yawn again. At this point, it's a fight to even keep your eyes open. Tiredly, you pull out your phone to check your arrival status. Not for another hour, huh? This place is really out in the boonies. Your destination is Border Strings, an idyllic little countryside town. It's where you were born and raised, although you have little to no memory of the place anymore. I want to go home already. The entire trip had been your mother's idea. Ring ring. Okay, cool. Speak of the devil. That is such an odd angle to hold your phone. Hello? Mom. God damn, you got the iPhone 30. What's with this hologram? Lee. Unruly red hair, piercing eyes. A successful and ruthless businesswoman. Even now, as he speaks to her only child, there is not a hint of tenderness in her features. Hi, Mom. Did you arrive yet? Not for another hour. I see. How's the ride been so far? It's different. Everything here is so outdated. This train looks like it was made 200 years ago. It's 147 years ago. The railroad never bothered to upgrade it. But does its job. Once a week it goes to and from the nearest city just for supplies, picking up the occasional passenger on the way, although people don't tend to use this route in the first place. You should be glad it's still running. The only other alternative to get into Border Springs is by foot. Thank you, Miss CEO of Trains. It still sucks and I want to go home. So is this like in the future? When the train's made? Think in the 1800s? I think, yeah, 1800, somewhere in the 1800s, so could be present day, could. You're spoiled, that's why. I've coddled you for far too long. You do nothing but stay in your room playing video games. Hey, if I have a job, I can do what I fucking want. It's time to get into the real world. By shipping me off to some place so remote it doesn't even show up on the map. It's your birthplace. You'll be thanking me, Lee. Besides, you have Petunia there. I'm not even that close with her anymore. We've barely spoken since I moved. Aha! So, I chose this game because it reminded me of something Manly Badass Hero played a while ago. A similar character. Looking character. You got along just fine 10 years ago. Make it work. I have a meeting to go to soon. Let me know when you arrive. Bye, little Plum. Bye, Mom. So is he paying for everything, or... So much for that, I guess. You look around the passenger car. Like your mother said, there weren't many people taking this train in the first place. The passenger car was practically empty. And ideally, you'd use this time to doze off a little. Keyword being ideally. Oh, babe, I love you so much. I love you so much more. More. Oh, get a room. Although you did technically go to get a room. So whatever. It's not like I'm gonna get a wink of sleep anyway with how loud that couple behind me has been this entire ride. Or at least they're enjoying this. I'll just go to the restroom. Splashing some cold water on my face might help wake me up. You get up out of your seat and... excuse me? Hey, you're the guy. You're the guy from the Manly Badass video. Ah. A familiar face looks back at you with concern. Ah. Are you hurt? Okay, so how should I do this voice thing? I want to give you like a deep voice. No, sorry, I wasn't looking where I was. Going. You squint at him. Those droopy eyes and nervous demeanor. He reminds you of someone. Have we met before? Are you hitting on me? No, I'm not. Sorry, it was a dumb question anyway. No, not at all. I'm Crow. Yep, you're definitely that guy. I think his name was Crow too, although it might have had an H. He shyly motions to himself. I work here. Let me know if you need anything. I'm at your service. Right, you yawn in his face, but quickly catch yourself. Sorry, that was rude. I'm not yawning because I'm bored, I'm just really tired. You shake your head, hoping you didn't offend the poor dude of your rude behavior. Don't know what's up with me today. It's alright. You must have had a long trip. Yeah, been traveling all day. I can tell by those impressive bags underneath your eyes. Is it that bad? No, you're perfect. Oh, I know. How about something caffeinated to drink? It'll be on us. As an apology for bumping into you. Save. Because I know shit goes bad if the other game has anything to tell me. Coffee's going to be a good idea here. You could definitely use some caffeine in your system. I still remember that time I drank 3 cups to pull an all-nighter studying for an exam. Can always rely on a nice warm brew to keep me up. That'd be nice. I'd like a... You yawn and touch yourself midway. You blink back the tears. Crow gives you a smile. Rest up for a little bit. I'll have your coffee ready as soon as possible. He starts to walk away. Hey man, I've heard you're giving out free drinks. How about 2 more for us as well? It's our anniversary. The girlfriend cuddles closer to her boyfriend in a display of, I don't know, showing off how not single she is. Crow gives him a polite smile, but it's clear he's not quite sold on the idea. Sensing the intimate rejection, she turns to you for backup. Happy out. It's our anniversary. Why do you open your eyes randomly? New drinking game. Take a shot every time she mentions her anniversary. Despite the girlfriend's incessant nagging, you still feel obliged to assist her. Why are you reacting to my thoughts? It's so goddamn weird. But even if I want to help out, it's still really impolite for me to impose on Crow's generosity by asking for additional drinks. I'll have to turn the couple down. You turn to face the couple who are giving you that hopeful, expectant look. With their big, pleading eyes. Ugh. I'll just cover their part of the bill. That way everybody's happy. Even if that's at your own expense. You nod to yourself, having decided on the best course of action. How about I just pay for them? Well, I can't be disappointing our lovely patrons on such a special day now, can I? I don't know. Maybe. I like using that. Maybe. The pair visibly perk up at the sudden shift in tone. Sure, what would you two like? I'll have some draft beer. How do you, babe? Oh, great, you open more expensive shit. Surprise me. But make sure it's a romantic drink made with lots of love. Oh, yes, shut up. Get over yourselves. Shut up. The mushiness and unbiased PDA, I don't know what that means, makes you cringe a little, one side. Crow, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be the least bit phased. Of course. A very happy anniversary to the lovely couple. I'll be back momentarily with everyone's beverages. Thanks, man. Don't take too long now. Having gotten what they wanted, the two go back to loudly cooing over one another. You slump back into your seat, relieved that the unwanted attention has been shifted off you. Unfamiliar scenery passed you by as you stare at the window. This is the first time I've traveled so far away on my own. In fact, I can hardly remember the last time I left my apartment. Not since I dropped out of school, anyway. Was the sky always this blue? I never knew how pretty it could be. You drowsily open your phone, hoping to send a picture to Petunia. Petui! Connection lost. It was fine earlier. You won't have much luck in your signal from here on out. Whoa! You nearly jumped out of your seat. You didn't hear him approach you. Did I scare you? A little. Huh. Sorry about that. He gingerly hands you a piping hot cup of coffee. You grab the cup, take an attentive sip. That's weird. The coffee is rich and strong, smooth in flavor with a soothing aroma. You blink. Whoa, this is really good. He beams. I'm glad you like it. He motions to the seat across from you. Mind if I join you? Listen, man, from the sequel, I can just tell you that rejecting him may or may not be a bad idea. Nah, sorry. I didn't mean to overstep my boundaries. Then again, this could be afterwards. I don't know what the context of this character is, or if he even did anything bad, technically. It's a bit odd. Sorry, I didn't mean to overstep my boundaries. It's not often I get a chat with others while I'm on my shift, since we rarely have anyone else aboard the train. He looks embarrassed, and you feel twinges of guilt. No, it's okay. You can sit down. Thank you. You sigh. You just can't say no to others, especially not when they have that puppy look on them. He pulls down across from you with a sweet smile, and you're about to take a good look at him for the first time. With white hair, red eyes, long lashes, and a gentle expression. He seems so otherworldly. You're sure you'd remember some of such distinct features. And yet, what's this weird feeling of deja vu? Save! I doubt the coffee thing is gonna be relevant, but make conversation. Might as well talk to the dude. Socializing has never been your strong point, but you do want to get to know him better. You attempt to strike up a conversation. So, you desperately grasp at anything to say. Your eyes rest as amethyst hair. You have white hair. Okay, that was bad. Terrible, even. You pray to every god imaginable under the sun that he didn't take offense to the inquiry. There was a small look of panic on his face. Do you not like it? No, not at all. It's just a little unusual. I've never seen anyone with white hair before. Not even in Midport. Midport? That big port city. Yeah, have you ever been there? It's a little embarrassing to admit, but I've never left Border Springs before. Really? When your mom had told you the only way to get in and out of the sleepy rural town of Border Springs is via this specific train, due to the difficult surrounding terrain. You'd have assumed that someone with such easy access to transportation would have taken the opportunity to travel and work somewhere. So, all this time you just worked on this particular train, but never left your hometown for something new? He sheepishly stares at the ground. I like this train. He clearly has other reasons, but his attempt as an excuse is, if anything, comically endearing. You can't help but find it cute. What is it? I'm laughing. Laughing at you. Nothing. I'm just having fun. Me too. For you, talking to others was a strenuous task. You often struggle to find the right topics, the right words, the right way to behave. Why is the music kicking in now? I haven't got it for the longest forever, but fine. But with Crow, you feel strangely comfortable in simply being yourself. It's almost as if the two of you are merely old friends doing some catching up. You haven't had as much fun talking to anyone in a long time. But although you wanted to continue your conversation, extreme fatigue was starting to settle in. Your eyelids feel heavy and your movements sluggish. You try to blink back to sleepiness, but to no avail. Sigh. Tired. Crow shakes his head and smiles. Here. He leans forward, gently pressing his head to yours. What the fuck? What? He moves his glove, placing the hand on the side of your face. Do you have to do some sort of WWE move, like some head smack? I mean, that would keep you awake. You attempt to move back, but he firmly holds you in place. Don't move. You feel the heat rise into your face. What is this? Instantly, a feeling of clarity overcomes you, and you begin to feel awake. Goddamn magic! With renewed vigor, you pull back, face still beet red. What was that? Wireless coffee. Except you have to touch something for it to happen, so it's not really wireless. Actually, there's no wires involved, so it is wireless. Crow leans back and smiles, pulling his gloves back on. He rises from his seat with a playful quip. Looks like that woke you up. He's got a surprisingly cheeky side as well. Were you trying to shock me awake? You could say that. Oh, I've got to finish up something in the other car. I have to go. He starts to leave, but you find yourself calling out after him. Ah, Crow. He turns to you a little surprised. What is it? I'll be around Border Springs for the next few months. I don't have a lot of friends, if I'm being honest. You have the one. But I feel like we would get along. So would you like to hang out sometime? If you're around. What? Really? Really? I mean, if you know what, if I met someone who could, gosh damn, literally transmute energy, I'd be doubling back for more. You nod your head. You can feel your face go warm in your own boldness. It was pretty out of character for you to do something like this, and the nervousness was starting to settle in. But Crow doesn't seem to notice. In fact, he seems pretty overwhelmed himself. I would, yes. God damn, man, you just met. But actually, you know what? That's probably why it's so damn surprising. I could show you around Border Springs. Hometown, but okay. Yeah, that sounds like fun. It's a promise then, okay? He holds out a pinky, and you can't help but laugh at the childlike gesture. You reach out and hunk your pinky into his. You know, I bet that other couple in the back is like really starting to feel like they're being showed up. Promise. Crow sways back and forth in excitement. Thank you, Lee. I'll be sure to make you happy. He pauses mid-celebration as if suddenly remembering something. I got so excited and nearly forgot again. There's something I really need to finish up doing in the other car. They gives you a sleepy smile. Sorry, I got some things to attend to, but I'll catch up to you when it's time for us to get off. Make sure to wait for me right here, okay? So I can find you later. He waves you goodbye as he exits the passenger car. You respond for a small wave of your own before looking out at the passing scenery from your window. There's a warm and giddy feeling in your chest from having made a new friend. Maybe this trip to Border Springs won't be so bad after all. Ending one, an old friend. So, make conversation. Socializing hasn't been strong. Oh, no. That's not what I meant. History. Load. Yeah. Sit in silence. You did invite him to sit down, but if you're being honest here, you're just not a very sociable person. In fact, you've almost no interest in talking to the stranger at all. Curse my intervision. This is why you have no fans, Lee. You sit in a comfortable silence for a while, unsure of what to say or do. After a while, Crow decides to take the initiative. What brings you to Border Springs? Oh, just visiting. From where? Midport. Oh, so that's where you've been all this time. The big city? Yeah, I live there. There's a curious look in his eye. What's the last time you came to Border Springs? Well, probably like 10 years or so. I don't know. Why'd it take you so long to come back? You instinctively reach up to check if your bangs are still properly covering up the scar on your forehead. Okay, so we're getting some more interesting stuff here. Let's save. Well, no. I want to save, like... Well, I can't save here. Answer the question. You sigh. I got into an accident when I was a kid. I don't remember much about what happened, and my parents refused to talk to me about it. But we moved to Midport shortly afterwards, and my dad wanted me to get away as far away from this place as possible. Mom probably doesn't care, though. She just wants me out of my room and out of her hair. Crow smiles. An accident, huh? He stares at you. The intense eye contact starts to make you uncomfortable. What was it? You nervously tug on stray strands of your hair. The memory of the accident isn't something you wanted to, or could even revisit. Any attempts of recollecting your thoughts were met with blanks or hazy feelings at best. And despite your parents' insistence, you know it wasn't some sort of freak accident. On that night 10 years ago, you almost died. You shake your head. What can you remember? Something was evading you. Pieces of the puzzle gone missing. But there was one thing you knew for certain. You weren't the only one present there that night. The air feels suffocating. What happened on that day, 10 years ago? A hand on your shoulder brings you back into reality, and you look up at Kuro, who gives you a concerned smile. Are you okay? You take a shaky breath in and nod. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I didn't mean to dump all that on a stranger. Kuro shakes his head. No, I was one who asked. Thank you for indulging me. Yeah, no problem. I'd love to talk with you some more, but I do have other passengers to attend to. But I'll be back shortly to collect your cup. Would you mind waiting here for me until I return? Sure, I mean, there's nothing else for me to do anyway. Crow beams. Wonderful. Well, then I'll be back. It was nice talking, Lee. He rises from his seat, gives you a small bow before exiting the passenger car to the dining car, closing the door behind him. You watch him leave and then fidget around nervously. There's something off-putting about him. You sigh. You've never been good at strangers or people in general. He's been nothing but kind to you, and here you are struggling to like the guy. Ah, well. I'll try my best to get along with him, but I don't owe him anything for getting me a free drink. We'll just say our goodbye after this train ride and go our separate ways. You stare out the window. The silence is almost permeating. Huh. You turn around, peeking over to the seats behind you. The couple sitting there was gone. They must have gotten off at some point. No wonder it was so quiet. You look back at your empty cup. It was nice to have a warm drink, but if anything, you feel drowsier than before. I guess that caffeine isn't kicking in. You try to move, but your body feels heavy. Oh. You collapse back into your seat, your mind hazy. What's going on? You try to grab your phone, but you find yourself unable to move your hands. Gotta call for somebody. You hear approaching footsteps and a worried voice call out to you. Ha! Lee! Are you alright? Really tired. You feel yourself falling over. Here, let me help you. Crow moves his gloves, putting you upright into a seat. He nestles your head into his shoulder, gently brushing aside stray strands from your face. Poor thing. You must be exhausted. Go on and sleep. Just leave it all to me, okay? You can rest as long as you need to. I'll take care of you until you wake up. Remember our thanks, too tiredly to properly process anything, but grateful for his assistance. I guess he's nice after all. His fingers sift through your hair, and the soothing motion is the lasting member before your vision blurs and the world fades into black. Your bangs have gotten longer. You used to be taller than me. You've changed so much. But I'd still recognize you anywhere. Do you remember our promise? You said you'd be with me forever. You won't disappear off somewhere or place again, would you? You would. You'll leave me again, you'll abandon me again. But that's okay. You see, I've changed too. I don't need you to hold on to me anymore, because I won't be letting go of you a second time. We'll be arriving soon. Sweet dreams, Lee. There was much for us to catch up on. Ending 2. Sweet dreams. Anyway, the one thing I do know about this... How's my recording going? Yeah, my recording's fine. There's one thing I do know about this game, that there's a secret ending. So, if I do end up going for it, it'll be now. The couple sitting there is gone. They must have gotten off at some point. No wonder it was so quiet. You look back at your neglected green tea, now lukewarm. So, history, save, Now, obviously, I'm not going to the restroom. So, oh no, I'm going to the restroom. Why wouldn't I? You set the cup down. I still can't drink this. I don't know why, but I just can't. I look around the empty car. I should use the restroom now before he comes back. Gotta splash some water on my face to wake myself up. If I remember correctly, it's at the end of the carriage. Should be right before the exit to the passenger's car. You're about to be into the restroom when you hear muffled crying. It's coming from the gateway connector behind the exit. I probably shouldn't go inside. That's just asking for unnecessary trouble. If this were a horror movie, I'd be the first idiot to end up at the kill count for checking out suspicious noises. You turn to leave, but the sobbing grows louder. I can't leave behind someone in trouble. I just take a peek to see if they actually need help or not. You creak open the door, angling yourself to see through the crack. Someone's there. It's the girl from the couple earlier. She's collapsed on the floor. Did her boyfriend break up with her or something? You're about to call out to her when you're interrupted by the sound of footsteps approaching. Silently, you hold your breath. Hiding behind the doors, a silhouette enters from the opposite end of the small room. You peek out to see Crow, sitting down on a tray on the ground. On it are 2 empty cups and a kettle. Mark, where'd you take my boyfriend? I'm certain he's, in a moderately worse place. There. Take some deep breaths. In and out. It's quite unfortunate, really. You and your boyfriend walked in on me during a bad time. You were putting some powder in that girl's drink. We could have just... Yes, I'm well aware. I was there. I must say, your boyfriend sure had an aptitude for theatrics. Shouting at me, waving his arms wildly, threatening to report me. How frightening. It's no wonder I acted in self-defense. Please, I just want to be with him. Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt him, just let us go. You really shouldn't say I want to be with him, considering where he probably is. Shh. You seem to be in an emotional state right now. Let us have a calm, collected discussion instead, huh? A little chat over a few drinks. He pours himself a cup from the kettle. The liquid sounds thick and viscous, dripping with a strange plop-plop sound. But he doesn't drink. Instead, he swirls the cup around in a circular motion, his brows furrowed in thought before setting the cup back down. What are your thoughts on love? The girl seems taken aback by a sudden line of questioning. She looks up at him in fear, although unsure of how to answer. For something so commonplace, it's so... obtruse. If not done right, it can hurt. It can tear. It can strip you of all rational thought. It can serve as your fall from grace. And yet, why is it that such self-destructive concept is praised, yet no, encouraged to be neutered? For the longest time I couldn't understand why. Or perhaps I was incapable of understanding. After all, love is a distinctly human emotion, one that is not bound by reason or logic. He smiles gently. There's a look of adoration on his face. But then a miracle happened. A miracle that granted me the ability to love. One that consumed my every waking moment. Do you know what that's like, my dear? Do you know how much I've suffered for an entire decade, struggling to hold on, unable to let go? She whimpers and shakes her head fervently, hoping to quell the anger she sees bubbling beneath the surface. Love is a powerful thing. Even as it plunges a knife into my back, I cannot help but marvel at how warmly my soul responds in turn. And today, after all this time wallowing in uncertainty, one glance was all it took to remind me how deeply love consumes. How precious, how truly destructive it truly is. No, but look at me, rambling. A one-sided conversation doesn't make for good company. He gives the girl a sheepish smile. She doesn't return it. My apologies. It's been a long time since I felt so... stirred. I'm not usually like this. I suppose the two of you simply caught me on a bad day. His gloved fingers gently coast across the surface of the kettle. Good. It appears to have cooled off a little. It was still boiling during the first pour. A misstep on my end. I let my emotions get the better of me. He gracefully filled the other cup with steaming liquid before handing it to the girl, who received it with shaky hands. She eyes the drink with suspicion before glancing up the crow. Ah, don't worry. It's not drugged, nor is it poison. It's simply the drink you requested earlier. A romantic drink for a romantic occasion. What? I do hope you enjoy it. I made it with all the things you love. Ah. She attempts to drop the cup, but Crow grabs it in her stead. Drink. She's crying hysterically now. Drink. Oh, this is some Joker level shit. There's no need to shout. Your boyfriend is right there, in your cup. He forces the scalding concoction of human flesh and fluids down her throat as the girl gargles in protest. Now the two of you have become one. A romantic drink, is it not? You suppress the urge to throw up, quickly turning away from the scene. What was that? Now I know that like interrupting that guy probably would be a death sentence on your part, but I mean, couldn't you have tried to distract him, like make a loud sound or something like you fell over? What the hell was that? I have to get back before he notices. Quickly and quietly, you rush towards your row in the passenger car, while all while trying to suppress a wave of nausea. You quickly scramble into your cushioned seat, clumsily fumbling for your phone. Honestly, your hands are shaky as you tap on the screen. I have to call someone. I have to get off. What's wrong? You're pale as a sheet. Did you perhaps see something you weren't supposed to? Oh, my dear Lee. Don't worry. It wasn't your fault. You weren't supposed to be there. You never would have stumbled across our little tea party. None of your own volition, anyway. Isn't that right, user? Okay, so I'm assuming you're supposed to guess the name of my computer, but I've actually never updated the name since I got it, so it's just user. I don't appreciate when outsiders try to mess with my story. Hello? Huh. It crashed. Well, I mean, Crow, come on, you're a bit uptight. I paid $0 for this game, and it took like 2 minutes to download. Like, god damn. So, that was Sweet Dreams. I'm not gonna be, well, should I be loaded? I'm not gonna be loaded. Interesting game. So I looked in, when I was looking for how to get that secret third ending in the manual, it told me that the game which I kept mentioning wasn't canon, so, you know, I guess forget everything I mentioned. Basically, in that game, he kidnapped someone, or at least probably kidnapped someone, who I'm assuming to be the main character here, but that game's not canon, so whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, and bye.